Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel, Painted Imagination. This video starts a new series of video game characters, and in this video I will be transforming into Lilith from Diablo, but this version will be her rebirth, the new version, the new Lilith coming out in Diablo 4. So I hope you enjoy this. Subscribe so you can see all the video characters I'm going to recreate in my new series. So stay tuned. I'll be posting every Wednesday and Saturday. All right, let's get to it. Enjoy. Hey guys, all right, so I started off with tin foil and just molded it into the shape of a horn, using more layers to make it thicker and thinner at the end. I then took masking tape and just covered the whole thing. I did that for the whole half. She has about 7 horns, and so I did one side and then tried to match up the other side by measuring it out on the styrofoam head. I made sure to cover the styrofoam head itself with tinfoil to make it like a helmet when you put it on. Alright, so when I was finished, this is what it looked like, and then I moved on to covering the whole thing with magazine paper and latex. So I'd put the latex down, put the paper down, and cover it with latex so that it just cleans up all the wrinkles and makes it more uniform. Alright, so this is what it looked like when I was finished with that. I then took Mod Podge and covered it just to seal everything and get it ready for the paint job. But before I started painting, I took my hot glue gun to make the ridges on the horns. Okay, now I'm starting with the hot glue gun, and what I did first was just put down some lines going across each horn, and then after I was done putting them down across, I put a line down the middle of them and I started to round the edges so it looked more like a circle instead of a square. Okay, now I'm going to start to try and blend the horns into my face with my face cast. I just lifted it up with a few books so that it measures well up to the horns. And I'm taking liquid latex and flour mixed together to make a paste and just blending the horns onto my face. Once this is dry, it will be one piece. Once it dries, you powder it really well and remove it. Now I painted the whole thing black, all the horns black first, and then I'm taking a red water-based paint and just putting it on the ridges, so just the tops. It catches the paint and it doesn't go underneath, so you get this effect. And then I took stage blood and just did the same thing and covered the whole thing with it so it looked more like a deep red, a blood red, and this is what it turned out. I then took liquid latex and poured it all over my kitchen counter so I can get this cape. She has this cape hanging down from her like human skin with veins in it, so I used my counter as a flat surface, waited for it to dry, and then powdered it and took it off, and it came out pretty well. So for the purpose of the video, it's a small, but if you're going to use this as a cosplay or Halloween, I would get maybe a red sheet because her cape is huge. So I painted it, and then I'm starting with my makeup. I'm starting off by blocking off my eyebrows with Elmer's glue stick, and then I covered my face with Vaseline. Now I put my horns on and just cut off the extra latex. Now I'm going to take latex and place it underneath and on top to stick it down to my skin. Alright, I'm starting off with Fab red water-based paint and just put it on the whole face. I then took a burgundy eyeshadow and tried to fill in the eye sockets and shade in the horns to make it look more like it's coming out of my head. And then do some contouring. The cheekbones, they come all the way down to her lips and they're really sharp. And then her contour the nose and darken the lips and make the jaw really sharp. I then went to black and just deepened everything up. Alright, so I'm switching to more of a burgundy red now and trying to just mainly darken up the sides. I'm going to try and leave a little bit of a lighter color on top of the cheekbones and on the nose, but I wanted to darken up the edges. Okay, so I am starting on the body paint, starting again with that same red, that bright Fab water-based paint, and then I am taking that darker red, it's a burgundy color, and just making the shapes in the body. The reference photo that I see is kind of like you can see through her, like her skin is translucent. It's really a cool effect. So I tried my best to recreate that with black shadows and light red highlights. I taped the cape to the back of my horns so you can see that. I added some veining to everything with a very thin brush and a light red. I also took some of that stage blood and just dabbed it all over at the end. Alright guys, so this is my final look. Lilith, the Blessed Mother. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun to make. I loved making these horns and I really liked the way they turned out. The makeup was a challenge, but I'm happily accepted it because I learn every time I have a challenge. Alright guys, so thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like this video, and comment down below what you'd like to see next. Thank you. Bye.